mathematicians. Today we are going to continue talking about more properties. We are going to focus on the commutative and associative property today. The commutative property says that the order of values does not matter. And this works for addition and multiplication. So the order you add or the order you multiply does not matter. For instance, 8 plus 2 will give you the exact same value as 2 plus 8. Okay? The order does not matter. I could do 5 times 4. That is the same as 4 times 5. Okay? So the order does not matter. You can switch the order for the commutative. Associative property, again of addition or multiplication, says the grouping. The grouping of values does not matter. For instance, if I have a big addition problem, 5 plus 1 plus 3, I could choose to add 5 plus 1 together first. Or I could choose to add 1 plus 3 together first. So the order or the grouping of addition or multiplication does not matter. If I'm thinking algebraically, A times B times C. Or I could choose to multiply B times C. So this is helpful when you're trying to do mental math. The grouping, which one you choose. And it only works for addition and multiplication. These do not work for subtraction or division. So using that, we are going to write in an expression and simplify. So 4 times the sum. So it's 4 times, what does sum mean? Addition. So it's 4 times an addition problem. What am I needing to put first? Parentheses, 4 times some addition problem, and what am I adding? A and B. Increased, what does the word increased indicate? Add. Twice means 2 times the sum again, I'm adding, so what do I need? Twice the sum, so I need the sum inside. What am I adding? A plus 2B. So 4 times this sum increased by twice the sum of A and B and 2B. Now I want you to simplify. So which property will we use first? And this is a review property. Distributive. 4 times A plus, what next? 4 times B. What am I distributing the next time? A positive 2. 2 times A is 2A. 2 times 2B, positive 4B. The commutative property is what we use when we say we want to put our combining our like terms. So I can reorder this 4A plus 2A, and I can reorder this 4B plus 4B. That's the commutative property that you use. We've been using that for a while, but there's our name to it. Commutative property says we can reorder that, and we will get 6A and a positive 8B. So when we combine like terms, that's just the commutative property saying that we can do that. Nice job. Here we're going to simplify the expression, and it's done for you. We're just going to tell the property that is used along the way. So, the first step, all right, from here to here, what did they do? They just multiplied, or distributed, sorry. They distributed, and they distributed here. So that's the distribute property. Okay. Next, they just multiplied 3 times 3, 3 times 2, 5 times 4. So this is just multiply. You also could say that this is substitution, since 5 times 4, you're replacing it or substituting it with 20. So you either can just say that they're multiplying or that they're using substitution. What changes from this line to this line here? The order. So they reordered it. What property is that? Commutative. And lastly, they put parentheses in. So it's telling you, add these together, add those together. So they're adding grouping symbols. Which one is that? The associative. And when we do that, what's our final answer? 9 plus 5, 14x. 6 plus 20, positive 26y. So when you are simplifying an expression, you've been doing those properties. Today we're just naming them. Let's review all properties. Some of these will be from previous sections. Okay. Name each property. So in A, they're timesing by 0. That is the multiplicative property of 0. If you multiply by 0, that's the multiplicative property of 0. B is one that we did today. What's changing from the left to the right? The parentheses are around 7 plus 5 here. They're around 5 plus 1. Which property is that? Associative. C, 6 equals 6. If something equals itself, which property is that? Reflexive. I would like you to try D through I on your own. Let's see how you did. What happened in D? What was happening from left to right? They distributed that 7. So this would be distributive property. What did you get for E? A number plus its opposite. Additive inverse. F. They are switching around the equal sign. Y equals 3, 3 equals Y. What property was that? Symmetric. What did you get for G? The order is changing. A, B, 0, 0, A, B. So that property is commutative. H, if x equals -1, -1 equals z, then we drop out the negative ones, x equals z. Which property? Transitive, my favorite. And lastly, 4x times 1 equals 4. Multiplying by 1, multiplicative identity. Multiplying by 1 gets itself back. So using all of those properties and naming them correctly. Nice job today, mathematicians.